Well, folks, welcome back to Allergic to Stupidity and Thur- Thursday's business. If you see tails going in front of the camera, both cats have decided they need to be in the office right now, and the concept of staying off the desk is beyond their comprehension. So I apologize if you see the occasional tail doing its thing. Okay, so is Thursday's business? It has been absolutely gorgeous outside, so I unfortunately already started having to mow. I have got my front bed dug up, half dug up, killing the goots weed, because, well, I've seen it at my sister's place in Thunder Bay, and it looks really nice, and it looked nice all summer, and she warned me that it's very invasive. It's not that invasive down here in Southern Ontario because it's too hot and humid. So it looks really nice in like April, May, June, but by July, it's too hot for it. And so it dies down and it looks absolutely gross. So I've been spending this spring salting it, boiling water, super saturated with salt, pour it on the whatever you're trying to kill. I use it for my back patio. The idea is the hot water automatically kills the leaves, but then that salt water is soaked down into the roots and it kills the roots. Works great. Obviously, the back patio, I have to keep doing it because little seeds come and land on it. But it's doing a really good job with my gooseweed. So if you happen to have that invasive little SOB, it does look nice. I'm not arguing that, but it has a lovely root base. But we're on Thursday's business, and it's all about gardening. So that's why I'm in my grubbies. And no, I don't wear the same shirt. I just happen to have three of these. So there you go. So today's is out of British Columbia, and it's 100% online, and it's called Sprout Box, and it's on the same theme of me getting outside and starting to do my garden and things like that. And it's raised beds, which I'll show you what I saw, and I really liked it. I started getting raised beds last year for a herb garden just outside my back door, in front of my garage kind of area. Um, just something quick for my big cook to go out and get what he needs, kind of stuff, and move my strawberries like I'm using it to get things organized. A lot of moving plants. Like I said, I'm rejuvenating an old garden. So I really got hooked on the raised beds. It just sort of keeps everything neat and tidy. So let me show you these guys. I found these guys specifically looking for a British Columbian business, something from BC, because I'd like to make a point of showing businesses from across the whole country that will ship to you. So we've had the sheep farm in Northwestern Ontario. I've had a couple of down here, and now this is Sprout Box, and it's out of British Columbia. So it looks really good, and double checked to see that this is what they are. So we go to About Us. Always start. Let's find out who they are. Okay. So it is a Canadian-based company setting a new standard for raised bed gardening. Pressure treated wood leaches contaminants into the soil. Plastics lack durability needed to stand up to fluctuating weather. Cedar loses its luster after one season, eventually rots. Cedar, by the way, does take a very long time to rot. So that's true, but not. While cheap metal beds rust out. Okay. Now I'm going to agree with that, because I just started with my raised beds last year. So I just went to Rona, and again, went online, ordered a couple of them, really liked them. They were easy to put together, but I noticed the bolts I used to put the pieces together are already rusty, and I've only had them for a year. So I liked this idea. So I'm going to, okay, 1% of all profits will go to providing raised garden beds to Canadian schools and nonprofit and community initiatives. If I ever get back into a Canadian school full time, I would love my grade 7s and 8s to have gardens. This is what I liked. Look at the shape of that. Mine is just like one of these, like just it's oval, elongated. And like I said, I liked mine. I got mine from Rona. It cost me under $100 with all the bills, like all the shipping and all the rest of them. Putting them together is not hard at all. So, okay, we've got some articles here, which I do like for websites like this that are in gardening, because if you're getting a raised bed, you might be just trying gardening, or you might be like me with all my freelancing and pip popping around and teaching. It's been a while since I've had a full-blown vegetable garden, and I would probably give it 30 years. I think the last time I had one really going, I was in Northwestern Ontario. So that's been a while. Okay. Oops, we lost my, okay. Bye lawn. Yeah, I would like more of my lawn to be in garden, and it will get there slowly. There we go. Hidden gardening lessons, compost basics. I would like to say I could get my compost piles actually working, but right now, like I've said before, they're a dinner plate for my local little creatures, like my raccoons. It's so cute to watch a raccoon waddle across the yard. End of the season gardening reflections. What worked, what didn't work. Anyways, there are some ideas for you. They also have a 3D planner, garden planner here, that will let you plan how you want to do it. Design, order the bits and pieces, and then grow. Okay. Now, this is one of these things that I really liked when I got to this website. Again, I like my index right across the top. Okay, so there we go. Let's shop. I have a 32-inch tall. I have 17-inch. I have 8-inch. 8-inch is not very big. The ones I have are about 18 inches, which is just really nice. 17-inch. I like the accessories and the gifts. One of my YouTubers that I follow out of Wales, he's moved back to Wales. He was living in this London, and he wanted to get back to a simpler life, just right. And he has something like this, but his is all wood. And I thought, oh, that would be so nice to have just at the front of my garden. This year, not happening. I got too much other stuff to get ready, but somewhere down the road. Okay, so, oops, I just lost it. Let's look at the 32. If you have somebody who has difficulty getting up and down, that might be really a good idea. So look at these lovely shapes, which I never thought of till I saw these guys. Okay, now this is 32-inch. So we're talking, if I'm 5'6" now, Mother Nature has taken her toll and made me shrink a little bit. So we're talking almost my waist, like almost to my thigh for 32-inch. But that makes it really nice and high for those people who struggle getting up and down. I am not to that point in my life. I do find the 8-inch highs is like, when I looked at them last year, I thought 8-inch, that's not really very high. It still would make it easier for me as I'm trying to rejuvenate this bed. Okay. My catch is I really like these shapes. L-shaped. This one, I could put that around, like, yes, I'm thinking about my vegetable garden, but I could also put these around my flagpole. I always wanted to put red and white geraniums around the base of my flagpole. This would be great. I just, right, even if it's something as simple as that. 17 inches high. I could fill it up with the dirt and my geraniums, or I could just have a little one right there. That one's only 168. Okay, now you can see these are not cheap purchases. Like, right, I got my first 3 from Rona last year, and like I said, I was going to Rona, and I because I was just trying it, so I was going for cheap, because when you're self-employed. Anyways, there we go. I just really, this is Sprout Box. It's out of Chilliwack, BC. Here's a look at some accessories and gifts. Don't really think I need to. Now, if you had a flower beds with solar LED lights, that would be really nice. And I'm not really a flower person. I like my containers. So my tenant has already got me 2 containers of pansies. And so it's taken them forever to realize I love pansies. but he now has it figured out. Okay. Like I said, that would be so nice at the beginning of my vegetable garden, right? As I'm going in, because my vegetable garden includes all of it. It also has my fire pit in it too. I'm surrounded by a lot of trees. Like, I mean, a lot of trees. And some of them have just got to the point where we don't want to be alive anymore. We've fallen down. So I'm always having to burn. Okay. Extension. So here's an extension set. So if you've gotten, like I've got ovals and you just want to make it a little longer, you can quickly get an extension and just make it a few inches longer. Always a gift card. There's always rubber edging just for the top. Okay. Oh, what's the gardening activity? I could use those as my grades. Oh, I need to see what's inside it. You guys. Oh, there's picture. Oh, I could hear grade eights going, ew, especially the girls. The boys usually have no problems with this kind of stuff. The girls have learned that this is how they're supposed to act. My girls never did. I'll guarantee that. My girls had no problems with, well, maybe my youngest, but my two oldest girls, they had no problems with going, that's a fish. Let me cut the head off. So there we go. I just think this is a really cool shop and free shipping over $500. We'll round it. But if you look at these again, I like the 17-inch. If you like a free shipping over 500, well, there's that one, and you're already at 435, 340, 34, 35, right? Anyways, there you go. I think that's really cool. I really like it. I just was really impressed when I saw it. All of it. This is, there we go. There's a thing about the differences, 100-day risk-free. I will give you 100 days. You get to test it. I'll get you that. Canadian designed gardens, lifespan of up to 20 years. That's not bad. Hot dipped and coated with specialized layers, aloe layers, made for adverse and extreme weather conditions. Gee, I wonder which country would have those. Environmentally conscious, steel is 100% recyclable. Okay, there we go. I'm impressed, guys. I'm impressed. Okay. So I just want to get this so I am still there. And I just want to get it back up. There we go. So there you go. It's Sproutbox. I'll put its link in the description like I usually do for these kind of businesses. This one definitely is aimed for us gardeners who, like gardens. I just really, where you can go to Rona, which if you get Rona Plus, it's Canadian. Lowe's. I think it was Lowe's. Lowe's bought Rona out about 3 years ago. And then discovered it really wasn't what they thought. But they hadn't bought all of Rona out. So they sold the stores they bought from Rona back to Rona. So Rona's back to being Canadian, which was like smile, smile. I thought that was hilarious. So if you're just trying it out, if you've never done any gardening before and you're really not sure, then Sproutbox might not be the direction to go, because as you can see, they're expensive. But it is out of Chilliwack, BC. It is a Canadian company. Okay, so shouts out to them. But honestly, if you're just trying this for the first time, you might want to go to Rona and just pick up one of theirs. You can get them online too. That's how I got mine. And just get a little one that's a little cheaper, and then try it and see if you like it. Now, mine are about 18 inches high. I like them. That's fine for my height. But people who are a little more arthritic or have mobility issues but love to garden, then you might want to get the 31, 32-inch high ones so they're not having to get down there, excuse me, hands and knees to do it. Anyways, there you go. I thought it was really cool. I really, really liked it. So there's a shout out to another Canadian company who will ship to you. I hope everybody's having a good day. And I haven't checked the weather, but I'm hoping the weather's just as nice tomorrow as it was today. Take care and enjoy. Oh, by the way, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. But down in the comments, if you know of another Canadian company, just a little guy that will ship to you, put it in the comments and let me get people knowing about these companies, because there's so many companies out there that they're just so small they can't advertise like the big companies can, like Rona can, or excuse me, Sobeys or Freshco. Like when you're a smaller corporation, it's hard for the marketing. Let's speed up marketing. Like I said, if you know of a small Canadian company that could do with a little extra free marketing, put it in the comments. Let me know. I'll look them up and I'll do my thing. Take care, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.